Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. So I have been completely enjoying the Olympics. Um, the Olympics are something that brings back a lot of childhood memories. It's something I've always enjoyed. I enjoy the summer and the winter Olympics, but I'm partial to the summer Olympics because I really like gymnastics, swimming, track and field, all those things I don't know how to do. Um, Anyhow, part of the fun of watching Olympic coverage is learning the backstories of some of these athletes. And I don't just mean the American athletes, I mean athletes from other countries and things that they've had to overcome in order to make their Olympic dream come true. And I sit and I listen to their backstories, and I find myself cheering for countries that I really barely knew existed. And it's kind of fun. It's like for a minute or two, I don't have to worry about all the troubles of this world. I'm just here celebrating these amazing young athletes and what they've accomplished. And it made me start thinking so many times we judge people, or we decide a person is this or that, or comments they make or things that they do we don't like, and therefore we feel like we're well within our rights to decide what type of person this particular individual is. And I began to wonder, what if we knew their backstory? Would we look at them different if we knew why they act the way they do, why they say the things they do, why they feel this need to be this way, whether it's a good or bad? And I thought about my own backstory and how people don't know because they're only going to know as much as you allow them to know. Like, we know these stories about these Olympic athletes because somebody in their backstory, usually themselves, shared the story with others. So many times we are ashamed of our backstory, or we just assume people wouldn't care one way or the other, that we keep those things to ourselves, which is well within our rights. But I'm just wondering, if we walked around with our backstories readily available to people, would they be more sympathetic? If we could see somebody's backstory, would we be less likely to judge them? Would we be less likely to label them or to assume things about them if we knew their backstory, if we knew what brought them to the point they are now? Um, we all have things in our backstory that are not things that we're proud of decisions we've made, or roads we've gone down that we shouldn't have. But I do believe our backstories make us who we are, whether it is a bad experience that turned us around to be better people, or a bad experience that turned us to be negative, whatever it is. The fact is, everybody has a backstory. So before we sit in judgment of somebody else's choices or something somebody else does, we need to realize that within that person, there's a backstory that we know nothing about, and maybe we should be a little bit more understanding. I'm not telling you to put yourself in a dangerous situation. I'm not telling you to put yourself in a situation where you have to put up with somebody putting you down or treating you like crap or just being a horrible person. But just remember, everybody has that backstory. And in doing so, try to be good to people because you don't know the trauma in their background. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. Continue to enjoy the Olympics. Man, gymnastics has been phenomenal. And have a great day. Have a great week. And as always, be good to each other.